What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K the God, my man Sess. Welcome to the Gods of Boxing Talk. Now, for this segment, we want to do the recap of two major fights. We're not going to go into all of them. Really, the ones that we did prediction videos on. We'll start with Gervonta Davis versus Jose Pedraza. And a couple of things happened here, man. You know, I'm gonna let my man Sess get into this because I can go all fucking day. Sess is gonna condense it a little bit, man. One thing I will say before I pass it is that this fight, Pedraza did one thing that I said I don't want him to do. He didn't do it, and that is be on his back foot. He really didn't do that in this fight, but then he substituted not being on his back foot with fighting the dumbest fucking fight I have ever seen at this division in recent times. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The nigga said, I won't be on my back foot, but I'm going to make sure I stay right in front of the puncher, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Sess. Give me your assessment, fam.
Man, you know what? 2K, that pretty much sums up the fight right there. I mean,
Yeah.
just like you said, Pedraza didn't go on his back foot, but he stood right in front of Davis and didn't throw any punches at all. Like, he would literally just stand in front of him with his guard up and just eat punches. And then he would throw back in spurts. I mean, it was the dumbest game plan I've ever seen in my life. Like, had you not seen Pedraza before, you would not have known that he can switch. You wouldn't have known that he can actually box a little bit. You wouldn't have known anything about him. I mean, he literally got in the ring and he looked like another tomato can.
Yes.
I mean, his performance was that bad.
Yes.
And at one point, I'm looking at Pedraza and I'm like, come on, man. Damn, throw something. And after a while, I was like, you know what? Knock his ass out, Tank. Get him out of there.
Get this motherfucker out of here.
Exactly, man. I literally got tired of seeing Pedraza do nothing. And it honestly wasn't because of anything Tank was doing. It was really just Pedraza. It was just him, his game plan, and I guess him as a fighter. He got in there, and I don't know what it was. If it was the moment, I have no clue. But absolute horrible performance. Between this performance and the Edner Cherry performance, I'm not looking forward to seeing Jose Pedraza fight again. Not saying that he shouldn't or that he needs to retire or anything like that. Just me as a viewer, I'm really not looking forward to another one of his performances because I don't know what I'm going to get from this dude.
Nah.
I don't know if he's up for a fight or down for a fight.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, bro, I tried to tell these motherfuckers, Sess, dog, niggas, is it my face? Is it the way I act? You know what I'm saying? I do funny shit for the show, but in real life, I'm a real ass nigga. You know what I mean? I'm an intellectual. I just do this for entertainment, people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I know what the fuck I'm looking at. I've been trying to tell niggas for a long time that Jose Pedraza is an overrated fighter and he is the weakest fucking champion at 130. He's not ready. I've been telling cats this shit, and one after another. Oh, man. Yeah, nah. Pedraza, he's the future of Puerto Rico. I heard it, fam. Now.
Wow.
Now, if you look at the goddamn Edner Cherry fight, that right there tells you that, one, he's not a very smart fighter because Edner Cherry was applying relentless pressure, and what did Jose Pedraza elect to do? Stay on his back foot. A fucking position where he cannot punch from accurately. He throws punches off his back foot. He does because he tries to counter you off his back foot, and then he can also counter you by staying his ground. He'll counter you, move his upper body, counter you, and then give you some angles. That's what he does too. That's what he should have did against Tank, and that's what he should have did more against Edner Cherry. But instead, he elected to be on his back foot. Edna Cherry should have won that fight. Actually,
Yep.
this Saturday it should have been Edna Cherry versus motherfucking Tank Davis, dog. For
Yeah.
IBF title 130. That's what it
He
should
probably
have
would
been.
have put up a better fight.
Yeah, he would have been a better fight. Exactly. Exactly. And then, of course, against Stephen Smith, he's supposed to dominate this guy. Stephen Smith is clearly not he's clearly a C+ to B- level fighter, but I'm going to keep him at C. You know, I know a lot of the UK people put him in the B level. But he's clearly not on the level of the contenders. He can beat all your journeymans, but if you put him in there with the contenders, he'll get outclassed. And Pedraza was doing that early, but then elected to go on his back foot and allow Stephen Smith back into the fucking fight. So I'm telling these niggas, like, no, this dude is not that good. That's why we both had Tank winning this fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? This was an easy pick for us. So Pedraza going in there, basically, like Sessa, stand in front of him. He did use the jab. One thing I did see Tank, he does get hit a lot. Tank will get hit to give everything that he has. Also, he gets very tired. Tank was gassed like a motherfucker. I don't care what anybody says. He got kind of a second win that allowed him to knock Pedraza out. You know, half his body hanging off the motherfucking ring and shit through the ropes. You know what I'm saying? He straight up, fam. Like, he had enough in the tank at that moment, but he was still tired. You know what I'm saying? Numerous times prior to the knockout, my man was gas as fuck, getting hit with shots that he shouldn't have been hit with. But he still did what he had to do because Jose Pedraza gave him the opportunity to actually win this fight and to take over the fight and to dictate the pace of the fight from fucking round one. So Tank was like, shit, I'll take it. And he did it. That's exactly what he had to do, and he did it to win. Now, against guys like Tevin Farmer. Who else is at 130? Shit, I'm getting a brain fart right now. I'm getting a motherfucking massive brain fart. But anyway, I'm gonna look it up right now. But guys that can box, you know what I'm saying? They won't have any trouble outboxing Tank. I don't even need to look it up. Lomachenko.
Yeah, exactly.
Lomachenko would dust this nigga. You got Francisco Vargas.
Takashi Miura, I believe.
Takashi Miura, You're right. These guys will give Tank massive trouble. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, how would you rate Tank's performance overall?
Overall, I'll give him a B+. And the reason why I don't give him an A is because, like I said, he was still getting hit way too much in a fight that he was controlling 100%.
Absolutely.
He has absolutely no fucking head movement. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of reminds me of Adrian Broner, the way he's kind of playing it with a wide stance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No upper body. I mean, he's just really, he had excellent punch placement against a fighter that stayed directly in front of him. That's really what happened in this fight. And that's why I say against other guys, he will not have the same opportunities to get off like that. Now, him and Tevin Farmer have been going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Tevin Farmer is a slick-ass motherfucker. Now, we know Jose Pedraza knocked him out, I think, 5 years ago, something like that. He's absolutely not the same fighter. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He's turned over a new leaf since then, and he's become a fighter who's virtually unfucking hittable. As Ivan Redcock. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that fight right there, I think it should be made. Floyd Mayweather, being who the fuck he is, mentioned Nicholas fucking Walters as a possible opponent. I mean,
you know, if Nick is Nick, that can be a tough fight.
No.
But with his last performance against Lomachenko, I'm not putting any more stock into Nicholas Walters. And, you know, that'll probably be the best fight for Tank, I guess, if he wants to beat somebody else going off of what happened to Nicholas in the Lomachenko fight. But real quick, 2K, for all the reasons that you gave, as to why you give Tank a B plus. Those are the reasons. Those are the reasons why I gave him a B minus to a C plus.
Okay.
You know, there were just the one thing about Tank Davis is yes, he has fast hands. Yes, he packs a lot of power in those punches. But like you said, I can't get over any fighter that has the ability to move his head but doesn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Good point. He moved it a little bit more than normal in this fight. But
yeah.
He still has a problem with not being able to when his eye is on the prize, when he's trying to knock you out, absolutely no head movement.
Oh no, yeah. Yep. And another thing is I do believe what he tends to do is once he starts getting tired, that's when the head movement stops as well. To me, he's one of those guys that likes to try and conserve energy. And in doing so, he'll stop doing some of the things that he was doing earlier in a fight. You know, whereas a lot of times when a guy's trying to conserve energy, he'll often grab you, hold you, try to catch a breather or something like that. Tank is one of those dudes, and I think you said this in one of our earlier videos. When he gets tired, he just starts to move. He looks a little sluggish. Like I truly believe the right fighter with the right amount of pressure would beat Tank.
What about Orlando Salido?
Beats him. Orlando Salido would beat him.
Jason Sosa.
It's too much. Jason Sosa would beat him.
Okay.
Yep. Orlando Salido would really probably give him a good boxing. Well, I'm not gonna say a boxing lesson.
See what you're saying.
Like he just outbox him, but Orlando Salido would beat him pretty handily. His work rate, his pressure, and a lot of the dirty things that Salido does, which was one of the things that I said in our earlier video. You have to disrespect Tank. To all the viewers, go back and watch this Pedraza fight. Davis was slowly but surely becoming a head case. He actually swung a couple punches after the bell at least 2 times on Pedraza. When the bell rung, he swung a punch.
Yeah.
That was one time. Then he did it again, I think, in the next round or the round following. So, man, I like the fact that, you know, Tank is 22 and, you know, things do look up for him. I'm not shitting on him by any means, you know, at all. But I just want the best for this kid. And I just think all of this is happening a bit too fast for him. Yeah. You know, I believe he has a very high ceiling, but in my mind, he has to get there first in terms of personality. And in terms of just being able to handle that pressure before anything. Yeah. So, you know, great fight though. Great fight, great victory. You know, hats off to him. There are just some things that I tend to look past when I look at 2-year-old guys like Tank Davis. You know.
Yeah. Great fight, great victory. He's a new IBF champ at 130 pounds. They better bring him on very slowly, man. There's some fucking killers there. I'd be looking at trying to get Roman Martinez or somebody, nigga.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, Floyd's already said Loma is probably not a possibility. So, of course, we wouldn't get that fight. But to be honest with you, y'all know how I do about champions. This was my criticism about DeGale Wilder. Once you are a fucking champion, you need to fight the fucking best. You need to fight everybody. Loma, Francisco Vargas, everybody. Jezreel Corrales, those two are actually supposed to be fighting, actually. But the winner of that fight, all the top fighters, this nigga need to get in the ring with him. I don't want to see no cherry-pick fucking opponents, man. So it is what it is. Let's go to the next one. And this is actually probably the controversial fight of the evening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go ahead and toot my own horn. You know what I'm saying? But Sess was partially right. You know, he said that James DeGale would get knocked down. He had a scorecard of 115-112. What actually happened is both guys got knocked down. His scorecard would have been 114-112 for Jack, which is actually acceptable. That's Jack by 1 round. That's very acceptable. But I was 100% right. You know what I'm saying? I said James DeGale would dominate the first half of the fight, And then around round 6, the motherfucker would gas out and let his opponent take over the fight. The fight would end up being a draw. If not a draw, I said James DeGale would win a split decision. If you look at the judges' scorecards, 2 judges had it a draw, 1 judge had James DeGale winning. So this fight, to me, it was a correct decision, fam. Already know.
No.
I already know. I'm gonna get some blowback, but I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I scored the fight live. 113, everybody. This shit was a fucking draw. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I have no problems with Badou Jack winning this fight by 1 or 2 points. I have no problem. The reason why is because there's 2 rounds in the first 6 rounds of this fight that were swing rounds, in my opinion. Round 4 and round 5. You could have given both those rounds to Badou Jack. You know what I'm saying? And if you gave both those rounds to Badou Jack, well, Badou Jack would have probably won by 2 points. You see what I'm saying? If you gave 1 to Badou Jack, he would have won by 1 point by the end of this. If you give, I'm sorry, not if you give 1. Actually, Badou Jack would need both of them. I'm sorry, on my scorecard anyway, to actually win by 1 point. If on my scorecard, if James DeGale would have stayed on his feet, he would have won by 1 point. And this is why I say this, people. Now, a lot of motherfuckers are wrapped up in how Badou Jack finished. And me and Cess talked about this earlier, man, off record. I should have hit record because it was perfect. Yes, Badou Jack finished excellent. Even knocking him down in the 12th round, right?
Yeah.
Finished excellent. Won the majority of the last 6 rounds of this fight. But the problem is we can't score fights based on, okay, Badou Jack looked better in the first half or the second half of the fight, so I'm going to go back to the first half and get the rounds I gave to James DeGale to Badou Jack so he could win this fight. You can't do that. Nor can you score rounds 10-8 or 10-7 unless Badou Jack is like literally pummeling this nigga and James DeGale is not fighting back. That's when you can give 10-8 rounds without a knockdown, okay? So basically what I'm telling you guys is Badou Jack was fighting from behind going into round 6, okay? He clearly lost rounds 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5 were swing rounds. I gave him round 5, and he probably won round 6 on my card. I can't remember if I gave it to him, but I'm pretty sure I did because round 6 is when he really was beating the shit out of James DeGale. Like the gap started to widen a little bit as far as talent level in the ring. Okay, and that was at round 6 for me. But like I said, it doesn't erase the other 5 rounds or the other 4 rounds that James DeGale already put in the bank, plus a knockdown. He was fighting completely from behind. So my issue with Badou Jack was in the prediction video, he climbs up in his defense and he allows the opponent to tee off on him, and it looks good to the judges. Okay. I said that he needs to be more aggressive. He cannot clam up, allow fighters to fucking tee off on him, and make it look good in front of the judges. That's why this nigga got 3 draws on his record, okay? That's why he had the draw against Lucien Boutte. He beat Lucien Boutte in everybody's eyes, right? But but the judges are watching how Lucien Boutte is able to tee off on him, okay? And they're giving Boutte rounds. Same with George Groves. He beat George Groves, I think, by a majority decision, right?
Yeah.
The reason why it was so close is because they're giving George Groves rounds because he's more active at certain points in the fight. Badou Jack is allowing his opponent to look more fucking active. He can't do that. Jack, if you're listening, you cannot start fights at round 5, nigga. You gotta fight from round 1, okay? Another thing, even though James DeGale's punches, majority of them landed on his glove, on Jack's gloves, his forearms, etc., elbows, etc.
Yep.
Jack can't just land 1 or 2 shots, power shots, by the way, and then expect to take a round. You can't do that. Yes, he landed the more clean, effective punches. Yes, he landed the more power shots. But there are 1s and 2s. You see what I'm saying? You have 1s and 2s, and I'm talking from the viewpoint of the judges, not my viewpoint. The viewpoint of the judges who are scoring it live that have no access to punch stats. Judges don't have access to punch stats. Punch stats is for viewers. We see that, they don't. So they're scoring based off what they see, okay? Jack is landing 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 very hard punches in a given exchange, right? 4 is a stretch. You know what I'm saying? While James DeGale is teeing off on this nigga. He's throwing a fucking 6-punch flurry. Might only land 1 or 2 punches, but it looks good. That is the fucking problem, people. So my remedy for this, if Badou Jack doesn't want to suffer from any more draws or split decisions or majority decisions where it's kind of clear that he wins from us, the viewers, well, he has to be more active and he has to fight from round 1. He cannot wait to fight until round 4 or 5. Dude, I was telling niggas in the first 3 rounds of this fight that Badou Jack looked like an amateur, fam. That's how bad it was. Now, of course, he turned it around later on in the fight, and he looked like an excellent professional, one of the best at 168. But it's ridiculous that in the beginning of the fight, I have to say this nigga looks like an amateur and wait till the 5th or 6th round for this nigga to actually look like a professional. So, with that said, the fight was a draw, fam. Go ahead, man. I know you disagree.
No, 2K. Hey, look, you said some good things, but this fight was not a draw. Badou Jack pulled this fight out by at least, in my opinion, by at least a round. I felt that Jack did enough to win this fight. He had the cleaner, more effective, more noticeable punches. Whereas James DeGale, you said earlier, a lot of the shots did hit the glove, but if it looked like James DeGale was doing more because the punches were hitting the gloves, or because his work rate, I don't even know if that's if that's accurate because Badou Jack threw 120, I think 128 or 123 more punches.
That don't matter.
Than James DeGale.
Judges don't see that, fam. You gotta.
They're watching the fight.
No, fam. And plus, to be honest with you, that CompuBox is highly inaccurate, my nigga. Like I don't even use punch stats to fucking judge a fight, fam.
Okay. So CompuBox is not accurate. Okay, so let's throw that out the window. Even though Jack did land over 100 punches more, and he threw over, and he outthrew James DeGale in this fight.
I thought it was 232 to 174, 219 to 174. He didn't land over 100 more. He threw over 100 more than James DeGale did. Okay. But and at the same time, if we're going off the eye test, James DeGale didn't do much toward the end of the fight. In the rounds where we both predicted he get tired, he did exactly what he normally does. And that's what I'm saying. Badou Jack had the better work rate. And a lot of times, and I think this holds true in a lot of these fights, it's all about how you finish. Sometimes you can start strong, but if you finish weak and you get dropped in the 12th round, come on, people. You're right.
No.
It is all about how you finish if the fight is close in the first 6 rounds, nigga. The fight wasn't close in the first 6.
But even you just said that you gave him at least the 5th or the 5th or the 4th round. The first 3, knockdown, I give you that. But at the same time, Badou just like I said somewhere in between the first 6 rounds, he's gonna win. Exactly what I said. He'll win 2 out of the first 6.
I disagree with
give
that.
Him 4-2.
He didn't win 2. He won 1. I'll tell you right now. I gave DeGale rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 could have easily gone to Jack, right? I gave 5 to Jack. I gave 1 through 4 to DeGale, 5 through 9 to Jack, right? Remember though, he's fighting from behind. At that point in time, he's still behind 1 point because of the knockdown. Okay.
Yes.
I gave 10 and 11 to DeGale because he had more work rate, and then I gave 12 to Jack, and it was a 10.
Was he landing?
Yes, he was landing. At that, in 10 and 11, Badou Jack. I think it was around 10. Badou Jack rushed out. Actually, I think it was around 9. Badou Jack rushed out and beat the shit out of him from the opening bell, which is what I'm asking this nigga to do. Okay. He didn't do it till fucking round 9. Okay.
Okay. So basically, it boils down to the swing rounds 4 and 5, because I think you initially said that your swing rounds were 4 and 5.
Absolutely.
Okay, those are the rounds that I seen going to Badou Jack.
4 and 5, both.
With the 5, definitely, absolutely round 5. That's where I have Badou Jack starting to really get to James DeGale. The 4th round is more of a swing round, but definitely round 5. Okay. But so, like I said, the judges got it wrong again. Regardless, if they're not seeing punch stats or whatever, I'll give them that. But at the same time, the clear, effective punches were landed by Badou Jack.
I agree. But the problem is he's fighting from behind, fam. That's why you gotta
he came back. He came
back when it was too late. He came back at round.
No.
Brother, listen. He came back at round 5, right? But James DeGale had already won 5 rounds, and the reason why I say that is because he knocked him down. That's an extra point.
Yeah, I understand that.
He came back at round 5 and banked rounds 5 to 9. That still puts him down by a point, fam, and then he lost 10 and 11.
In the knockdown.
But he lost 10 and 11. If he would have won 10 and 11, yes.
I don't think he lost the 11.
Yes, he did. 10, you need to go back and watch that fight.
10 possibly. 10 possibly. 10 possibly, because I know there was a later round where I was a little bit upset at Badou Jack. But at the same time, like I said, the better work, the more effective blow. That's how we score fights. The cleaner, more effective blows.
I agree.
Not some shit that's hitting your gloves or, hitting your arms and forearms.
Yeah.
And that's what I credit James DeGale with.
I agree.
When he punched, he hit a lot of Jack's gloves. He hit a lot of forearms. So, and we don't score those blows. You and I both. Those blows to me aren't scored, and I can't score them off of work rate. I can't, because if you hit my glove 6 times, but I hit you with 4 clean shots, that round should go to me. In a round, I hit the scoring, the scoring points. So that was my thing in this fight. I seen a lot of work that James DeGale was doing. I seen it, but like I said, they weren't scoring blows. So
some of them, I seen Badou Jack getting his ass hit. It's not like the nigga was in there like Floyd.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But there is a repetitive, just a real repetitive thing with Badou Jack.
Yeah.
And like you said, it could be because of, for whatever reason, his work rate, whatever. But 3 fights that were incorrectly called, that's just too much. The Lucien Boutte fight, whether or not Boutte was working or whatever, the cleaner, effective punching was done by Badou Jack. He killed Lucien Boutte's body in that fight.
I agree.
George Groves actually was backing up in the fight. Jack was actually taking the fight to him, and that's the reason why he was able to get off first with a lot of those rights and overhand rights. They called it a majority draw or a split decision or whatever the case was.
He got a majority decision against.
There you go.
Rose. Yeah.
Majority decision. So that's just what I'm saying. And then with this fight, I don't know, man. It's to me, it's not a good look. I don't understand how they keep getting this wrong because with this fight, they got it wrong.
No, man.
They got it wrong.
No, I agree with you about Groves and Butte, but this fight, the tell is to all you young fighters, do not ever get too far behind to the point where you're fighting from behind because this can happen. That's why you need to start early. You need to bank the early rounds. You cannot give the early rounds up to your opponent. That's exactly what happened, fam. I think Steve Farhood had it 113, dog. Like, this was a draw.
He did. But I like I said, I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. Steve Farhood did have it 113. I'm not mad at a draw. I'm just arguing my point that I felt Badou, me and the rest of the world felt that Badou Jack won this fight.
I don't give a fuck about the rest of the world because them niggas don't have a mind like me. So when them niggas putting shit on wax and they getting predictions right, left and right, and breakdowns correct left and right, they come holla at me, rest of the world.
Hey, you got this one slightly wrong.
Nah,
TK. I'm sorry.
I ain't getting nothing slightly wrong, nigga. Look at the official decision. Look at what actually happened. I ain't get shit wrong.
All right. Hey, Badou Jack. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, no, I do agree. Like I said, Jack could have, if they had to give this to somebody, at the end of the fight, it would have to go to Jack just because of the way he finished. I have no problems with that. And the reason why I have no problems with that is because the knockdown would have sealed the deal. Okay? If the knockdown did not occur, and you even said it yourself, if the knockdown did not occur, this is a DeGale fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Going into the 12th round, that's what I knew that we needed. I knew we needed a knockdown. Okay. He got it, and I felt that he won.
That's all I need to hear. All right. We good. Let's go to the next one, man. I don't know if my man Sess caught it. Did you catch Amanda Serrano and Yazmin Rivas? It was on Showtime.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay. I broke down. I did the prediction. How did you feel about the fight, man?
I thought it was a great fight. I thought Amanda Serrano went in there and did her thing. She threw some excellent fucking head punches, and she was dropping down to the body. Yeah. Rivas was just too overwhelmed. She shouldn't. I'm not gonna say she shouldn't have been in there with Amanda, but at the same time, I thought that they really put on a great show for women's boxing, and I want to say they headlined that particular portion of the card, or because I don't think, like I said, I don't know if both shows came on at the same time. I think they were separate shows.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But
yeah, great fight though.
Yeah, it was an excellent fight. I mean, pretty much what I had said. I knew this was going to be a war just based on Amanda Serrano's style, and Yazmin Rivas, very tough Mexican fighter who's been around. She's been a pro for 15 years, even though she's only 28. She's got 9 losses, never been knocked out. Three-time champion. I knew this was going to be a war. Amanda Serrano's face was not pretty. I was a little unhappy about that at the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to make my girl look like that. But at the same time, she went ahead and got the decision. I'm happy for her. She remains the champion, I believe, at super featherweight. So I wish she could fight Cecilia Brackets, man. That's a dream fight for me in the women's rankings.
Oh, man.
It won't happen. Cecilia's too big, but man, that's a dream fight. 2 different styles going at each other. I think Cecilia's will whoop her ass, but you never know. Serrano's got she got lead in them gloves, fam. So
woo, yes sir.
That'll be an excellent fight.
Yep.
All right, YouTube, we're gonna go ahead and conclude it right here. Do what you do in the comment section. Will be real. Please Let us know what you think about that Jack DeGale fight and the other fights, of course. I already know y'all motherfuckers gonna say Jack won, which I have no problem with.
Yep.
But
come on over here.
You can't have a problem with the draw. You can't have a problem with the draw.
No,
This was not a robbery by any stretch of the imagination. And to be honest with you, before I end it, I got a little too premature with the ending. Floyd Mayweather, bruh. I don't give a fuck, okay? I understand Badou Jack said that he was going to go to 175 after the George Groves fight. I understand. He also said in an interview that he has trouble making 168. I understand. I also understand that Floyd, who really needs the spotlight on him, he can't allow his fighter to finish interviews because he needs the camera on him at all times, and he needs to be spoken. He needs to be put on record. Steps in front of his fighter and says, hey, I'm the promoter. Badou Jack is too big for 168. We're going to 175. Whatever my fighter does is what I tell him to do, etc., blah, blah, blah. More fucking Floyd Mayweather bullshit, right? My thing is this. A fighter who has trouble making weight, in my opinion, at the day of the weigh-in, he looks just like Julio Cesar Chavez did in his goddamn post-weigh-in interview for his last fight against Dominic British. He looked like the motherfucker went in the restroom before the weigh-in and started throwing up all his goddamn food, fam. The nigga's face was sunk in. He looked like the skeleton off of Killer Instinct, for all you old heads that know the video game. That's exactly what he looked like, fam. Okay? Badou Jack didn't look nothing like this. He looked excellent at the weigh-in. He looked full. He looked ready. Also, he performed exceptionally well in the second half of this fight. A weight-drained fighter does not look the way he looked at the weigh-in, nor does he perform the way he performed in a bout. So I call bullshit on him not being able to make 168 just by judging by my fucking eyes and me being around boxing for 20 plus years. Okay. Also, remember, people, motherfuckers can say whatever they want to say to get you to believe why they want to do something. Okay. Floyd Mayweather wants Badou Jack to go to 175 to possibly fight Adonis Stevenson. I think Badou Jack gets knocked out by Adonis Stevenson. I think he gets knocked out by Sergey Kovalev. I think we won't even talk about Andre Ward. Let's just go ahead and skip that. That's ridiculous. 12 rounds to 0, possibly. He possibly gets knocked out by Artur Beterbiev. Possibly. If not knocked out, he will get beaten. Joe Smith Jr. That's an excellent fight, in my opinion, but it's a tough one still for Badou Jack at 175. Basically, what I'm saying to you guys is 175 is not a good look for Badou Jack, okay? The best thing for this motherfucker to do if he wants to be two-time champion in 2 different weight classes, which would be a ridiculous move for me because he'll be taking on a champion there who probably shouldn't be champion, but we have a title-hoarding motherfucking Jürgen Bremer over in Germany who actually decided to fight somebody and fucking lost. And Nathan Cleverly. If he goes up and fights Nathan Cleverly, he'll beat him and take his belt. I think that's a pussy move to do that instead of give James DeGale a rematch, which will be more lucrative in my opinion. And he will become one of the not undisputed, but unified champions at 168, which hasn't been done in a while. Unfinished business at 168, man. I feel he should give him a rematch, man.
Yeah.
You got anything to add on that?
I mean, I agree. I don't want Badou Jack to go to 175. I think it's a bad move, just like you said. The division is just a little bit too powerful for him. I mean, especially given his defense. You know, when you got a guy that just keeps his hands up, gloves up, doesn't really move, you know, kind of just, like I said, high guard type of defense, and he's going up against punchers, that shit doesn't ride. You know, you cannot be that way going up against punchers, especially punchers that can box, that utilize range, you know. So 175 definitely wouldn't be a good look, man. All of those cats you named would beat him. Artur Beterbiev, I don't know. I would have to see a little bit more of him. You know, I think he's a solid puncher, But I just have to see a little bit more of him. Definitely Kovalev, Adonis, Ward. Those guys run James DeGale out of the division. I would even go so far as to say Joe Smith Jr. does too, because
Badou Jack. You said James DeGale. You meant Badou Jack, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Badou Jack. Yeah, I would even say that Joe Smith Jr. would get him out of there because of the type of defense that Jack has.
Yeah.
You cannot stand in front of a puncher. You just can't do it. Yeah. So Joe Smith Jr. gives him problems. The best thing to do, the best thing for Badou Jack right now is to exhaust all of his resources when it comes to making 168 comfortably. If he is having trouble making the weight, from my understanding, they did start this training camp a bit early. From what I heard, they started trying to make weight or started doing something with his weight around Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So that could speak to him having weight issues. But man, I mean, if I've got to hire the best strength and conditioning coach in the world not to move to 175, then that's what I'm gonna do. I think all the opportunities are at 68.
Yeah.
You've got James DeGale, you've got Columns, and now they're possibly talking about him fighting Colin Smith or whatever the case may be. But the potential to unify that division is very high, and you can do it without taking a nap.
Yes.
So why not?
Yeah. I think you have a little trouble with Gilberto Ramirez, who's the WBO champion there, but
yeah.
He does have a better shot there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just hope that they make the best decision, And I'm sorry, my last point. Badou is 33 years old, so age could put a lot into his weight issues. So I guess we just have to see.
All right, you two, we're really going to conclude this segment right here. I was just bullshitting the first time. Do what you do in the comment section and be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.